Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Welcome to the creed. Hey guys! I know we are well into the cosplay season. Comic-Con just got over, but there's still Dragon Con, New York Comic Con, probably like a little more of the cons around your state area, which means more cosplay for you guys. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a very cheap version of the Piece of Eden. This is a great prop for if you guys got to do like Ezio Auditore, or heaven forbid, Mulan from the first game. This I made for under $15, and it's my first attempt, so I know that's why it kind of looks crappy, but you know, practice makes perfect, right? So let's get started on that.
Okay, so here's what you're going to need for your Piece of Eden: a foam ball, a yellow pen, a gold spray can, and 2 foam craft sheets. This project's going to cost you around $12 to make. Here's what you're going to need: a hot glue gun, X-Acto knife, paper for stenciling, and a marker. So let's get started.
Okay, the first thing you're going to be doing is marking the lines on your craft foam ball where the pieces are going to be going. This is my first mistake. Next time should use either yellow or green marker to help blend it in. If you make any mistakes, you can just X it out or squiggle it out. Nobody's going to really see these lines. Using the paper to make the stencils for the craft foam. If you guys are more experienced than I am, or just more of a daredevil, then you guys can just skip this step and you go directly to the craft foam. We're going to be using these stencils to cut out on your craft foam. Just be very careful when doing this because X-Acto knives are very sharp and dangerous. If you're underage, use adult supervision, blah 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 blah. Since you're not sewing or anything, you can go against the grain. With the grain, doesn't matter as long as you just make the most of your craft foam by making all the pieces fit. Alright, here is my favorite part. You can either use a stove or a heated gun. Just gotta be very careful with your fingertips on it. You gotta hold the craft foam piece over the stove for just a couple of seconds. It doesn't take that long for it to start getting flimsy. If you hold it for too long, it'll start getting bubbly and it will be unusable. After that, you gotta put it directly right on the foam ball. In order for it to take its shape, just gotta hold it down till it cools down. As you can see right here, you are going to be making some adjustments to your pieces. You gotta just lightly use the X-Acto knife over the ball, and then you gotta cut it on the counter, or else you're gonna poke holes in your craft foam ball. This part is very tedious and it does take a very long time, so you gotta have a lot of patience for this part. And make sure you don't burn your fingertips. When using a hot glue gun, just gotta make sure you gotta use it on the edges, or else the foam piece is gonna start coming up when you start painting it. Alright, when you are done, your piece should look like a very crappy Death Star. We're going to be painting the ball. You just got to make sure you're outside and on either a tarp or a piece of plastic. When it dries, you can flip it over to the next side and paint the other side. Alright, once that dries, you can start painting the scenes with a bright yellow acrylic paint. Just got to be careful again with the craft foam. If you get it on the craft foam, you can just wipe it away with either your finger, or if you're a clean freak, you can use a tissue or a paper towel. This part took me about 40 minutes to do, so you can just listen to some music or Alright, and that is how you make your Piece of Eden. Like I said, this is my first attempt, so in the future I might make some little tweaks, and who knows, I might be able to make a glowing Piece of Eden. You know, that's still in the future to come. More tutorials on the way, especially going to be around the Halloween season. So, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Happy cosplaying!